President Biden and Vice President Harris are on a mission to shore up support from voters in some key battleground states. The VP is headed to Minnesota today, where she will make history as the first vice president to visit an abortion clinic there. She will speak with staff and hear about how Minnesota has been impacted by abortion bans in nearby states. And then President Biden will try to create some momentum in Michigan later today, where many voters chose uncommitted over him in the state's primary as a protest vote. And many of those voters still livid with the president for not calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. NewsNation's Kelly Meyer is in Dearborn for us this morning ahead of the trip and the visit where the president will be later today. Kelly, what are people there saying about his travel?
Yeah, Markie, they're certainly still frustrated with President Joe Biden. Folks we talked to, their message to President Biden is don't come back here until you call for an immediate ceasefire. And the White House sent top officials to this community in Dearborn, Michigan, just outside of Detroit last month, ahead of Michigan's Democratic primary, to meet with Arab American leaders specifically. Nearly half of this community here in Dearborn is Arab American. Now, we were told that meeting was ugly, it was honest, and it pushed these top White House officials to call for an immediate ceasefire. Though we're told that they couldn't promise that, and that they also admitted to missteps here in this conflict. Now, this meeting failed to dissuade voters from flooding the polls, as we know, casting their ballot for uncommitted in Michigan's Democratic primary. We know that more than 100,000 Michigan voters casted their ballot for uncommitted as a way to protest Biden and his support for Israel. Now, we spoke one-on-one with the woman who spearheaded this movement. It's called Listen to Michigan. It's urging President Biden to earn their vote and call for an immediate ceasefire. Take a listen.
What we are doing is we are creating a pathway for them to listen to us and make the right decisions to ultimately do two things: save lives and save our democracy. We've made our demands very, very clear, and I think what you're seeing is that we're sticking to those demands regardless of what they try to do to weaponize fear and Trump against the movement.
Now, that is Lexis Zaidan. She tells us the movement isn't going anywhere. They are working with Maryland, Wisconsin on voting uncommitted. Now, this issue, as you can see, continues to follow the president wherever he goes. We know that there were protesters here at his event in Milwaukee, Wisconsin yesterday ahead of his stop in Saginaw. Hear this video when we were in Atlanta, Georgia over the weekend. One protester interrupting President Biden's rally with calls of Genocide Joe and Free Palestine. He was quickly escorted out, but you could see the pressure continuing to build on President Biden to stop military aid to Israel and bring this war to a close. Now, Zaidan also tells us even if there is a ceasefire before the general election, she plans on leaving the top of the ticket blank. We also heard from the Biden campaign when we reached out to them about this. They said that they've been talking with leaders in this movement and that this is not an anti-Biden movement, and that they still plan to support the president in the general election, providing this statement here to NewsNation saying, quote, "The president shares their goal for an end to the violence and a just, lasting peace in the Middle East. He's working tirelessly to that end." Now, as you said, Markie, President Biden will be in Saginaw, Michigan later this afternoon. We're expecting more protests to meet him there. Markie.
Yeah, we'll see exactly what that welcome looks like once he's wheels on the ground. Kelly Meyer, thanks so much. Now to this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.